My name is Dana Casey, and this is my testimony. When I got saved, I was 5 years old, and I was at Table Rock up in the now gym. And the one thing that sticks out to me the most would be while I was praying at the altar, I was actually sneaking a peek with my eyes. I had my head down and my eyes open, and I noticed my mom was wearing hot pink high heel shoes. You know, being in a Christian family, you get saved right off the bat, and I would say that it really was a bunch of fluff. I didn't really understand what it meant to be a Christian, like the call of discipleship, I guess you could say. There is a cost to it, and it's definitely a devotion that you don't understand as a child. So I kind of went my whole life, or not my whole life, but 15 years, thinking that I was doing the right thing and being a good Christian, and I could sin because, you know, God will forgive me, it's okay. You know, where sin abounds, so does grace, so, you know, I'm covered. I think Christianity for me was just my parents' religion. I mean, I don't think I know. It was my parents' religion. So I kind of came to a head spiritually. I was in a drought. God wasn't real to me anymore, and it just, all of a sudden, everything became very watered down and flooded, but it wasn't a good flood. It was overwhelming, it was confusing. I was on my way home from Southern Wesleyan on 93, and I just was really struggling. I don't even remember what happened that day, but something caught my attention, and it was almost like the good angel and the devil. I was having a conversation with myself in the car, and it was like, why, Dana, why do you want to be a Christian? Why are you a Christian? Are you even a Christian? Is Christianity really what you want to fall under? Is that the label you want to have for the rest of your life? Is that the dedication, the thing that you want to drive your life and to give you purpose? And I had to be completely honest and say, I have no clue. I am so overwhelmed. I had been following the thought pattern of I have to earn this relationship. I would honestly say I was a modern day Pharisee. You know, it was all based on the good works that I could accumulate, not on the intimacy that I had with Christ as a Savior, as the lover of my soul. I was so scared to say it out loud. This is the God of the universe, and I am telling him, I don't love you. That scared me to death. And I had said it in my head, but I knew it needed to be reaffirmed out loud. Like I needed to be completely honest and open. And I gripped the steering wheel with both hands. I couldn't let go. I felt so insecure. And I said, God, I like being a Christian because it's safe. There are rules and people have to follow them, and it means that bad things can't happen to me all the time, because if we follow the rules of not lying, of not stealing, of not murdering, then we're in a safe community that we can thrive in. And I can honestly say that I am not in it because I love you. You are not a relative to me. You are just this almost like a set of rules in a bodily form. And I said, I can't reach you by myself. I just can't. I can't work myself to you. and I'm completely letting go. I am sitting on the fence of life, and Satan's on this side in utter evil, and you're on this side in complete truth, and it's up to you guys to battle it out. I can't do it. I give up. I completely give up. I went home with complete emptiness that day. It was not a 180 all of a sudden. God didn't just flood the car and say, "You're mine, I'm taking you as you are." I honestly believe that a spiritual warfare had to go on around me for the next week before I could be claimed, I guess, as a child, and actually be ushered into a real relationship. In January, I was in the middle of a church service, and I realized that God had embraced me in a full committed relationship. The intimacy that was never there before was finally there. This wasn't a spiritual high. This was a relationship that God and I had established between one another. It was no longer a religion of my parents and of my family. This was mine. It was personal. And since then, there has been just a revelation of so many things, and they could not have come about had I not had the foundation that I had before. It's not like the past life was useless, not at all. Those were things, it's kind of like going through school. You have to learn the basics so that when you get to higher education that you actually want to be a part of, you have that foundation and you can go deeper, and you understand things in a way that you wouldn't so easily understand had you have waited to start your education at age 20 in college all of a sudden. It would be almost too difficult. So for me, that has been my testimony here recently, and that is where I stand today.